HSN Live proudly presents Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Cheek to Cheek, a celebration of the great American songbook by two of the greatest singers in the world.
In olden days,
HSN Live takes you behind the scenes and into the intimate studio recordings to watch as anything goes. As these two one-of-a-kind artists preview their brand new album,
Anything goes.
sound awesome.
Tony Bennett has sold over 50 million records and won 17 Grammy Awards in a career that spans over 60 years and shows no signs of slowing down. Along the way, Tony has collaborated with the royalty of American music, from Count Basie to Duke Ellington to Judy Garland and Frank Sinatra.
Heaven.
But perhaps this 1951 newspaper headline foreshadowed Tony's latest musical partner. Now, Cheek to Cheek with Lady Gaga.
The best place to be is right up next close to him.
That felt good.
Only 6 years ago, Lady Gaga exploded onto the scene with smash singles Just Dance, Poker Face, and Born This Way. She is a singer-songwriter who has collaborated with some of the most iconic stars and is a known advocate for human rights.
It is a privilege to open for Lady Gaga.
I'm here tonight to represent those young people that are taking a stand.
Lady Gaga has won 5 Grammy Awards and has sold over 27 million albums and 130 million singles. With a deep passion and history singing the jazz classics, it was no surprise that when Lady Gaga would first meet Tony Bennett, the two would become instant friends.
The first time I heard her perform, I couldn't believe the audience reaction was so phenomenal.
They said, Tony Bennett's here and he wants to talk to you. And I said, huh?
I love a prize fight.
That isn't a fake.
No fake.
They would first sing together on Tony's 2011 Grammy-winning and #1 album, Duets 2. It was then they made up their minds to collaborate on an entire album of jazz standards, which includes But Beautiful,
If you were mine, I'd never let you go.
I Won't Dance,
Don't ask me, I won't dance. Madame with you.
Lush Life,
In some small town.
and It Don't Mean a Thing.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do I, 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 do I.
Despite their 60-year age difference, Gaga and Bennett, both born and raised in New York City, are kindred spirits. HSN presents Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Cheek to Cheek.
Well, what a wonderful network to embrace this project. We appreciate it so much. When I watch the Home Shopping Network, I'm always very focused at what's happening, which is good because I want people to close their eyes and hear how it sounds because Tony sounds fantastic and I'm excited for people to hear me sing like this for the first time with him.
In olden days, a glimpse of stalking was looked down as something shocking. Now heaven knows, anything goes.
Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words writing prose. Anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today.
And day's night today, and black's white today.
And most guys today, that woman prize today.
Are just silly gigolos.
We talked about what kind of album we wanted to make. And it was very important to Tony that this was a jazz record that reached people all over the world.
Anything goes.
Go!
Go!
She has such a magnificent young audience that adores her all over the world. It's the first time they're going to hear swing music. And there's nothing nicer than feeling swing music because it just makes you feel mellow And if happy, there's nothing tragic or sad about it. It's never going to sound dated. It's never going to sound old-fashioned. It's something that just makes you feel, as they say, quite groovy and very comfortable. Why not have the public feel that way?
And though we're not such great romancers, we know that we're bound to answer when we propose. Anything goes. Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Woo!
That felt good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I can't wait to do that on stage at Radio City. Is that going to be a classy affair? Another one? Yeah, another one.
What I love about this album is that it's going to show how wonderful American music is. No country except the United States has given the rest of the world the Great American Songbook. They were songs written by Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, and Jerome Kern, and almost all those songs were written for Fred Astaire. I really call it not the Great American Songbook, I call it the Fred Astaire Songbook, because he introduced all of these songs. They were written for him.
I have learned so much listening to Tony sing and being with him in the studio. You know, when I first got in there, I was so nervous. I wanted to sound so good for him. And what I noticed was that it was when I wasn't worried about sounding good, and I was just singing to him like we were talking. That was when it really started to happen. And he taught me that.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
The album Cheek to Cheek came out of a very organic friendship that Tony and I have built over the past couple of years.
Right.
Singing on Lady is a Tramp, that was sort of the beginning. And every moment that we spent together was more and more fun. We sang for the president together and for the First Lady.
I ran into the president recently, and he said, "You still performing with Lady Gaga?" I get a big kick out of that.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak. When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
Well, that's where I like to be when I'm with Tony. That's why we called it Cheek to Cheek. The best place to be is right up next close to him.
That felt good.
And I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek.
It doesn't matter the generations between us. It doesn't matter the differences in culture as we've each come up as artists. What matters is that two human beings are coming together, cheek to cheek, to have a life exchange. As far apart as many people may think we are, we're so alike in so many ways, and it's almost like our unity becomes a blank canvas, and he's got all the colors, and he's just teaching me about all the ones that, you know, I haven't seen yet.
Dance with me, I want my arm about you. That charm about you will carry me through
To heaven.
This is the most important album of my career for me, because it is such a tremendous opportunity for me to collaborate with someone who's so talented and such a legend.
out together, dancing cheek to cheek. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
She's a tremendous actress. Most entertainers try and come up with something that will have the proper feeling. She does it instantly. Just one look, and you could say, if there was a great writer with a great director, that one look could become a great story, a great film, and Lady would be the star of the show.
I can't give you anything but love, baby.
I I was listening to I Can't Give You Anything But Love. I get to Tony's part and I hear a type of man that we just don't have around anymore. And me and my buddy in the car were going, woo! Man, you hear how he sounds right there. It's so sexy. His syncopation and the way that he communicates with the instruments, that's the sexuality of jazz for me. It's the way the vocalist is sliding in and out of the music.
I can't give you anything but love. Lady.
And when I heard that, I was going, oh my gosh, now this is a whole other thing. Now I gotta teach all these young kids about what a good guy is. So now I gotta go back in and I gotta sing it a little bit differently because I want them to take that away from the record. That's what Tony really does. It's a lifetime of Tony's experiences.
This is Tony's entire collection.
Oh my gosh, Tony!
It's 76
From
discs.
1950 to now.
Oh man, I can't wait to dig into this. This is great, Tony. Thank you so much for my presence.
I've never sung a bad song. I was taught, don't try to get a hit song. Just sing very intelligent songs because the audience deserves that.
They say into your early life romance came, and in this heart of yours burned a flame that flickered one day and died away.
I became very close to Duke. He fell in love with my family. My mom used to cook for the whole band. He was so original and positive about his life. He was a genius. He was Duke Ellington, you know, and there was nobody like him.
Smoking, drinking, never thinking of tomorrow, nonchalant.
She is a sophisticated lady already, and she's very young, but she's got a mind of a 60-year-old person that knows about life. I have a lot of faith in her longevity.
Oh no, sophisticated lady, I know you miss the love you lost long ago, and when nobody is nigh, when nobody is nigh, nobody is nigh, you cry.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a sad song. For a guy, I feel like for a man, he sings this and he's making his girlfriend feel better. You know, it's okay. Love sucks sometimes, but it's still beautiful.
It is.
But for a woman, if she's singing this song, she's just miserable. But beautiful is the light at the end of the tunnel. She has to, I'm still walking in the tunnel.
Love is funny, or it's sad, or it's quiet, or it's mad. It's a good thing, or it's bad, but beautiful.
Well, Jimmy Van Heusen wrote all these great songs for Bing Crosby, and then on to Frank Sinatra with Sammy Cahn, who wrote all the lyrics. He was a phenomenal musician and a wonderful person also. Well loved by all the women in Los Angeles.
Love is tearful, or a problem. Oh, it's plain. It's a heartache. Either way, but beautiful.
No country in the world has ever given the rest of the world so many beautiful songs. We both travel all over the world, into the Far East and then Europe, and every country knows all these songs. And it's amazing that the United States has given the world some of the most loved songs throughout the world, and they just love it.
But beautiful.
They call it light entertainment today, but I'm convinced that about 35 or 50 years from now, it'll be called America's classical music.
And it's so, interesting that they would even refer to it as light entertainment, when to me, a song like But Beautiful, for example, this is a song that's about how love can be so painful, especially when it's unrequited. The pain, the agony, the darkness of jazz. To me, it's not light in that way. There's something so intense and so looming in that record.
And I'm thinking, if you were mine, I'd never let you go. That would be but beautiful.
That would be but beautiful. That would be
But beautiful. I know.
You don't always feel comfortable as an artist giving more until you got the right people around you. And with Tony, he really protects me as an artist and as a female in the studio to make sure that everything happens to get the best possible out of me as a singer. Tony's kind of got his arm around me in the corner going, you okay with that? You like that? You want to do it again? What do you want? How do you want to do it?
I'll make sure I do.
It's really not like that collaborating with everybody. He's an artist himself, he's such an artist, the way he sees everything, and that's how Tony is. It's just always wonderful.
The whole feel of this tune is gentle, because it's really an intimate thing, and every once in a while we just punch a line out, But the whole feel is real soft and intimate.
I won't dance. Don't ask me. I won't dance. Don't ask me. I won't dance. Madame, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things they should do. You know what? You're lovely.
And so what?
What happened?
You know what? I thought you were just talking to Tony. It sounds so natural.
What?
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking.
I am. But keep the beat going.
Amazing.
When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle.
Especially when we do the continental.
One wonderful thing about swing is it becomes catalog. And catalog actually keeps every big record company in the world
Alive.
in business, because it never stops selling. So if someone accuses it of saying, well, rock and roll is bigger than jazz or something, it doesn't matter, because throughout the years, it comes back. The great Fred Astaire, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole. 50 years from now, you'll hear those records, and it won't sound old-fashioned. They'll never sound dated.
So if I hold you in my arms,
I won't dance. I won't dance.
I won't dance.
I won't dance. Dance. Dance.
I won't dance.
Dance.
I've always gravitated to the singers that feel the most, like Ella Fitzgerald and Nat King Cole and Frank Sinatra. Billie Holiday was the most perfect singer of them all. It's all about being honest and being truthful. The songs become autobiographical, actually, to singers. It's something that they've experienced in their life, and they want to tell that story to everybody.
Did you hear what I mentioned at the end for the feel? I want to sound like I'm crying, you know. Everything seems so sure.
She said, this is really my life. She said, this is everything that I've experienced so far. And sure enough, it's on the recording. You can actually hear it's an autobiographical performance by Lady Gaga.
I used to visit all the very gay places, those come what may places, where one relaxes on the axis of the wheel of life to get the feel of life from jazz and cocktails. My jazz director, when I was, I think, 14 years old at the boys' school down the street, he gave me that song for the first time.
Wow.
And I was really just a kid. You know, I just didn't even really understand it. I didn't understand the lyrics, but I understood the melody, those strange, ominous steps, those notes. Over 10 years later with Tony, I sang it again for the first time, and then suddenly I know everything the song is about. Life is lonely again, and only last year everything seems so sure. This experience with Tony's really been a soul-searching and soul-surviving experience for me. He's just so inspiring in every way. He really makes me feel like there's a home for me outside of pop music. You know, that I don't have to be inside of anything. I can just be myself.
See, by her being herself, there's no one like her. So she's a true original artist.
A week in Paris could ease the bite of it.
I believe the secret of being a good performer is to actually be yourself. You know, you shouldn't really imitate. You could be influenced by everybody, Ella Fitzgerald or Nat King Cole or the great Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. You know, they were masters at what they did. And one of their secrets is that they were just themselves. And this is why Lady is so special, because she's herself and phenomenal.
Oh, I love when you call me Lady, Tony.
Yeah.
That's the direction and the feeling that the album took. That it was no longer just about Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga making an album. It was about us really coming together as friends and making a piece of music that will really touch people with both of our life stories. Those whose lives are lonely too. love the Home Shopping Network. I'm known to get home late night from a show somewhere and turn it on and have a good time. I think people will feel a lot of things listening to this music, but number one, I think, is, you know, what Tony said. We want people to feel happy.
And though we're not such great romancers, we know that we're bound to answer when we propose. Anything goes!
It's that record that sets the tone for your life. Everybody's coming together for their Christmas parties and family gatherings and having dinner, and it's time to put music on.
When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle.
Especially when we do the continental.
It becomes the soundtrack to some of the greatest moments you have with your family, with loved ones.
If you were mine, I'd never let you go.
And you have a love affair with the audience. You allow the audience to feel music and enjoy themselves with it.
I can't give you anything but love, baby.
I gotta tell you, he's not 88 to me. We've danced, we've taken pictures, I've been in this outfit, that outfit, we've done all sorts of things, and you know, I gotta tell you, Tony Bennett, he's the hottest there is. Age is one of those things that, especially with this music, it just doesn't matter at all. It's not even part of anything. What matters is his life experience. The wisdom and the strength is just so powerful.
I'm just starting out.
Never thinking of tomorrow, nonchalant, diamonds shining.
For me, I'm at a point in my career too that I think Tony really recognized as well, where, you know, he always says to me, you know, people got to hear you sing. I want people to hear your voice. And I think my fans actually feel that way too, as much as they love the avant-garde electronic performance art hybrid that I've been creating over the past 6 years. They know that I've been singing jazz since I was 13, and they want to see more.
Life is lonely again, and only last year everything seems.
She's absolutely creative. And when she does something, it has balance, it has form, it has simplicity. It tells a complete story. With every look that she has, that she's saying something.
Tony and I have a lot to say about how much we love each other, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the music, we just really want you to listen to and feel it. What matters the most to us is that we make something really, truly great that we both believe in. Come on, I know that you're trying to be polite and everything, but you better loosen your collars a little bit and play some jazz for us, please.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah.
No, it don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah.
What I love about the possibility of this album is that young people will fall in love with swing. That's the whole premise of jazz. Jazz musicians adore it. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And that's what it's all about.
Do-wah, 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 do-wah.
Tony was so excited that I knew the songbook and knew the songs, and as we were choosing them, I was going, yeah, I know that tune. And he was going, yeah, but you don't know this one.
Tony, you sound awesome.
Thank you.
You are
Well, you too.
like a freak of nature, how awesome you are.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing is really a swan song. You know, it's the love song that the jazz singer is singing to jazz music. So it's a great ending because, you know, if you didn't love jazz before you listened to Cheek, we hope that you do by the end. You know, so that at the end of the album, you're singing along with It Don't Mean a Thing because now you love that swing.
It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot.
Just give that rhythm everything you got.
anything if it ain't got that swing. Do I, 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 do I.
Do I, 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 do I.
Do I, 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 do I. That's jazz.
That's jazz.